Where the fuck have I put them? Hello, I'm Steve Monkey Mason. Right, tonight has been fucking disastrous. I left work, just as I was coming out of work, some guy went through the red lights, nearly cut off the side of my fucking car, as well as the front, you know, like da 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 da. It's like, do you realise it's a red light, right? Next roundabout, some woman had entered the roundabout, about to leave, and she just decided to pull out in front of me, give me the middle finger as well. I'm like, so brake slam number 2, then got stuck behind a blue Skoda, registration plate 20. Old man, not being funny, but there's a certain time after a certain thing you should have not just have to click to renew your driving license and update your picture. You should take some form of test. 15 miles an hour in the national speed limit. You know what I mean? Like, for fuck's sake. And as I was getting home, I was meant to go meet Jack. Belt drive snapped on my car. So, bad drivers, me having to suddenly brake. Belt drives. It could have been a lot worse, but I was going to do Judgment Night in the woods with Jack. I thought I'll sit in the car park waiting for Jack, and Jack can run up to the car and go, oh my god, motherfucker, something's happened. And that was going to be my thing, because last night I watched Judgment Night. Now, I've always been a fan of Judgment Night. It's my big box VHS from well back in the day. A bit of light. And it's been recently released by HMV, exclusive collection. It's number 103. Don't move, don't whisper, don't even breathe. That's pretty much out and about these day and age. I've been wearing a mask all day. I know people have just looked at me funny. Emilio Estevez, Cumming Jr., Dennis Leary, Judgment Night. There comes a time when you've got to take a stand. Now, I do need a cough. Thanks for holding them. Right, okay. So, I put this on now. I was really disappointed with this last night because it just has a play button. Ever heard of chapter selection? No extra features. Just come with a poster and some postcards. So it's literally got a poster of the actual new cover. So as you can probably see, I'm going to go in a bit more with the VHS and the extras. So yeah, get a little poster there. So these are pretty good. They weren't originally doing these. You seem to get used to get like the DLC code and the DVD. So yeah. Now this movie is directed by Stephen Hopkins. I said Hawkins this morning when I was talking to Casper. And he came off the back end of Predator 2. Same composer. So if anyone's a fan of the Predator, it's got that score going on there. Jeremy Piven and Stephen Dorff are also in this movie, as well as Peter Green, known for playing the bad guy in The Mask. What's quite disastrous about the movie though is, I mean, at the time it was like green or go. So Christian Slater dropped out. Stephen Dorff is literally discount Christian Slater. They've got so much similar voice. They didn't really star in a movie again until the disastrous Alone in the Dark. And if you haven't seen it, an amazing film, Final Rites. That is an amazing movie. It's fucking really bad, but I think it's amazing. But yeah, Cumming Jr., even though he's just a couple of years after Boys in the Hood, looks about 10 years older than he does in Boys in the Hood. Like, Cumming Jr. is just the shit, like in a good way. Jeremy Piven doesn't even get on the front cover and doesn't even get his fucking name checked. He is the veteran actor by this point. Dennis Leary, it's like his second film or something like that. Let's say Dennis Leary looking all cool. This is really cool that you get them, but I mean, Cumming Jr., Stephen Dorff, so you don't even get like. See, again, that's what's really wrong, because like you can't even buy a frame and display that perfectly. But it's cool that they do that. But again, no extra features by Warner Bros. I'm half expecting Young Guns 2 to pop out on Blu-ray very soon. So it's not a flip cover, but it does have Emilio Estevez, and who got £4 million because literally he was just coming off the back of not just The Breakfast Club, like The Stakeout's another Stakeout, Young Guns 2. He just done a load of weapon not going into that. Took a £4 million paycheck and that got the film going. Story is, if you don't know about it, it's almost like a remake of Deliverance. Jeremy Piven gets the whole big Humvee equipped with a Nintendo, not a Super Nintendo. The film is that old. And basically one of the friends dropped out, so Emilio Estevez's brother, Stephen Dorff, joins the gang, and they're all going to see the boxing match. And people go on IMDb, hey, them boxing sounds aren't very good, whatever. There is a bit where you meet Dennis Leary for the first time, and his mouth is going like a motherfucker, and the dialogue definitely doesn't match up. I agree with that one. So basically they get stuck in a traffic jam and they basically go on the wrong side of the tracks. Sort of, do they break down or they get stuck witnessing murder? Teddy gets shot point blank in the head, and then sort of they're like chased after, and not only is it through the streets and through the rail yards and just like the desolate sounds of Chicago. It's really grim how this could happen. Especially, I mean, this film is very relatable at the moment because of being when lockdown was happening, you're walking around the streets and there's fucking nobody. Again, the score is probably the best thing about it, as everyone's just like, oh no, every scenario they throw out, oh, the bus doesn't stop, you know, like fuck, no one's got a mobile phone, or someone does have a mobile phone and leaves it in the van. Yeah, but Dennis Leary definitely establishes himself as a badass motherfucker. And one by one of the friends, and I've spoiled it if you haven't seen, does get killed, which obviously, like, ooh, it's not like the four go skipping in the woods. One of them's dead, and you know, one by one, then they end up having a massive brawl in a department store near the end of it. So the film had potential. I just don't think it's executed, and I was shocked to know it's the same. I mean, Tool in Rage Against the Machine recorded a song that's never been released. They did like an 8-minute track, so there was massive potential behind this movie. When it starts, it's just this weird panel, like you think, what the fuck are you watching? Because it's very like upbeat music, you know, and it's just like spinning around the neighbourhood, and you see Cuba Gooding Jr. come in a shot and that, and you think, where's this going? So it has a couple of like cues like that, and it's like, ugh. So I watched it last night, and it's not as good as I remember. I mean, it would be a great remake. Definitely, but for the time it's weird. I mean, if Christian Slater, I mean, it's just a weird one. Emilio Estevez, you know, like by the end of the 90s, Emilio just went into directing, you know. So yeah, it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's just one of those ones where it seems like it was thrown together. There's a lot of talk about the script being around for years till it was finally developed. Right, Jack is coming, so there'll probably be an outtake of Jack, and I imagine, if not. But I will be talking about the VHS in the outtakes. Seen that?
Judgment Night. No,
It's not a 3D fucking copy, you know.
No, I couldn't recognise who that was. It's him out of Blade.
Stephen Dorff, well done.
I'm shit with names.
So I told you Jack was outside, just a random outtake.
Hello.
Okay, here in the outtakes, this is Judgment Night. Emilio Estevez, Cuba Gooding Jr., Dennis Leary. It's a fucking old. So this is interesting actually because this is by Universal. And that is released by Warner Bros. So there's only really people like me and Casper be interested in that. That's quite an interesting. Don't Move, Don't Whisper, Don't Even Breathe. It's got the same cover. They've just cropped them guys out. Judgment Night. I'm sure this did have a soundtrack now. Victim of stocking them up. So you got them run. Universal release, Stephen Hopkins, yeah. Have rewound it, Universal branded, not a flip cover. Obviously this is obviously you're going to see the cover overlaid and that. Yeah, that's Judgment Night, but Dennis Leary looking good. I mean, that's a bitchin' ass fucking... I love the original artwork. I love the colour tones. I love the blue. I love Dennis Leary in the blue. It's shit that Jeremy Piven isn't on the front cover. Why has it got 218 ratings? Look at that. It's stuck on that one. It's not a blown away extra. That'd be fucking weird if it did because they're on the same time. 105 minutes. Yeah, Jeremy Piven. Should have definitely got a cameo. Like fucking on the front cover. He's the fourth friend. It's like The Hangover. One goes missing. Don't worry about it. Right, so this has been a review rant random into a retro VHS for Judgment Night. I do own it in the collection. I am a little bit disappointed. One, because Stephen Hopkins' commentary on Predator 2. You see Danny Glover hanging off there with the Predator. This room's fucking mental. And these will be one of the very last reviews filmed. Probably not. I'll probably rant on for fucking ages because I'm moving house. I just say it's a shame that it hasn't got an audio comedy, but not even have a chapter selection. Like, what the fuck? That happened with 51st State. The other day I was watching it, it was just like, play. I was like, what the fuck's the chapter selection? I mean, it's fair enough, like, no one wants to do a commentary. But like, oh fuck, I couldn't find a decent enough cut of the trailer. But for not to have a chapter selection. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.